Well, folks, I said I'd pop on tonight. We'll have a chat with you as while the Scotland game is on as well. Why not? Why not? Keep tabs on the Scotland game. Obviously, the Celtic players that are in the squad. And we have a good bit to talk about. I haven't been on over a week, so hope everyone's doing good. Um, Thanks very much again for tuning in to the channel. I know a lot of you probably won't turn on the YouTube tonight. You're too busy watching international football. And that is absolutely sound. That is sound. So it's gonna pop on for this. I know it's nearly 15 minutes into the game. So yeah, let me know how you are getting on. I was looking forward to getting the new home jersey in the next couple of days. How are you feeling about the players that are linked with us, and also the players that should be getting kicked out the door as well, so we can clear up the wage bill. Just waiting for this game to pop up on my phone. Just 2 seconds. So yeah, Callum McGregor starting anyway for Scotland tonight. So is Tony Ralston, James Forrest, and Taylor on the bench as well. So not bad. How's it going, Robert? I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Just gonna put the phone there so I can keep an eye on the game while I'm watching these comments coming through. So not bad at all. I'm actually looking forward to the Euros next week, even though my country's not in it. I'll be cheering on the Scots guys. How you doing without Celtic? It's been difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it's been difficult. Obviously this week a family member passed away, so that's been me sole focus and dealing with that, grieving with that. But Finland's nearly at the scoring there. Was that Pukki? Was it Pukki nearly scored? I'm probably a couple of minutes behind anyone that's watching the Scotland game live, folks. Watching on my phone, so I'm probably a minute or two behind on the streaming. So regards to the whole Celtic side of it, missing it terrible. But whoever's Scottish that's tuning in tonight, looking forward. I'm sure you're looking forward to the Euros next week. Germany, Hungary, and Switzerland. Difficult group. You can get through though. You can get through. If you're tuning in on Facebook, folks, please go over to the Command the Hoops Celtic YouTube channel and subscribe. It would be really appreciated. Every bit of support from Facebook or from X, migrating people over to the YouTube channel will be appreciated. I'll try to pop on tonight for a good while and chat to you. It might be the same repetitive conversation flowing. Don't be afraid to ask me about a player. Don't be afraid to ask me about kits. Don't be afraid to ask me about who should go out. You know, all questions are welcome. If you want to talk about the Euros as well, all means as well. It'd be really good. Look, it is what it is. 7 years fighting us, so she's in a better place now. God rest her soul. So yeah, so I said I'll pop on tonight. The background is the River Liffey in Dublin. So I'll be home to Dublin for 10 days. So I won't be here for the first Scotland game. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm Irish. I'm Irish. Ireland are shocking. Even though they beat Hungary the other night, 2-1. Just keeping a tab on this game. So Tony Ralston's playing. Good to see Tony in the squad. I don't know if James Forrest will get the final cut. I would bring him for experience. Good to see Tierney and Robbo in there as well. You know, Celtic connection. Callum McGregor trying to urge himself forward. John McGinn, what a player. John McGinn, some player, I have to say. Another Celtic fan. Oof. Well, it will be a loss to the starting army. Landon Dykes getting injured, ruled out. But look, that's what happens in international football. There's always setbacks before the big tournaments. Finland, decent team, good side. You know, they've Cameron Downey in the middle, and then you Pukki as well. So get the comments in. Tell us where you are watching from. Let us know how the sound is as well. It's picking up the audio from the webcam, built-in speaker on the webcam. So, yep. So as I said, I'm tuning in, watching along, watching the Scotland game. Maybe a minute behind. Not a big fan of that new Scotland top. I think it's too much of it. There's too much designs going on it. The away jersey is lovely. Not a big fan of this jersey, to be honest with you. I think there's a bit too much detail on it as well. Not a big fan at all. Love this. I think I'm going to get this one without the alphabet on it. It's pity they don't do it long sleeve without the alphabet. Typical Adidas, eh? Beautiful top. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to have to wait until the end of the month to buy it. But look, it is what it is. So we have been linked with a centre back and a goalkeeper over the last 24 hours. First of all, we'll talk about the centre back, Chris Mempham. Now, Chris Mempham is a Bournemouth centre back. He only featured 11 times last season. He had a bit of an injury problems last season. 26 years of age, 6'4". So you can read his stats here for you. 6'4", 1 year left in his contract. His transfer market value is 6 million, but the reports are that Bournemouth want 8 million for him with 1 year left in his contract. The reason why they want that much money is because he helped them get back into the Premier League, helped them stay in the Premier League. There's obviously a Celtic connection there with Ryan Christie, obviously plays for Bournemouth. So he might have a word in his ear saying, you have a chance to go to Celtic, take it. You know, obviously the way Christie left Celtic wasn't the greatest. Obviously him, Edward, Oyer, they all left in the same window. But look, he'll be brought in. Carter Vickers, Giacomakis, and Jota. You know, that number 17 shirt was whipped up straight away. I think the whole Chris Memphin thing, I think it's a no-brainer. Looking at his overall his appearances, he's only 26. He's represented Wales over 45 times as well. I think it's a no-brainer going with this. 121 appearances between the English Championship and the Premier League is pretty decent. You know, centre back. He's played right back only 6 times in his career, in his senior career. Played for Brentford as well. Not a bad side as well. So that's the source there. Steve McGowan. Steve McGowan's pretty decent source. He was one of the people that actually dropped the Brendan Rodgers story of Brendan Rodgers meeting up with the Celtic Archie in Mallorca to discuss him coming back last year. And he's pretty decent, Steve McGowan of the Daily Mail. So he's a good source. Look, not every reporter gets it right. They get some decent leaks. Let me see who in the comments. Sorry for your loss. I look at it is what look at. She was 7 years fighting it, so she's in a better place. Is the Daniel Amarty thing true? No, there's been a lot of talk in Turkey about it, but look at he's in Besiktas at the moment. I might have his stats actually there, Paul. C. Can I ask over the kit? Why is there any girls large sizes? To be honest with you, it's the manufacturer, and they're obviously Adidas try different designs when it comes to the girls fitting and the men's fitting. I wouldn't really know too much about it, to be honest with you. There's no point in me waffling the brains off and saying, look, it's a different size. You have the arm shorter. There's always the neck is different. You'd be better off speaking to someone in the Celtic store about that, or someone in JD is your best. He plays centre back, he plays right back, and he can play defensive midfielder. He is 29 years of age, I think. Let me see. Do I have his stats here? Nah, that's someone else. Hold on. I don't have his stats actually. I don't. Let me screenshot it, and I'll get it up on the channel for you. Daniel Amarty. As obviously he played at Leicester City from 2016 up to 2019. He won a Premier League with Leicester City. He also won the Charity Shield and the FA Cup. So yeah. Let's see. Get the transfer market. Can't find him at all. Wait. I know why. Because I haven't down to Celtic. Scotland are all right against Finland at the moment. Still 0-0, folks. 23 minutes in as I'm watching it here. Probably a minute or two behind. 50-50 football at the moment. So he is current market value 5 million. Ghanaian international, contract left, 2 years left in his contract. I think there's been talks of 3.5 million getting thrown at the table for this guy. If Brendan knows how to use him, and he's a versatile player that can play as a defensive midfielder, right back, left back, why not? Why not? Let's see, can I get the screenshot now on this for this? Tell us where you're tuning in from tonight, folks. If you are over on Facebook as well, please subscribe to the channel. Come over and press this. It's the exact same name. Be really appreciated. Where's the likes? Likes for Marty Fraser and Chris Black. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight. More than welcome, eh? More than welcome, everyone is. Scotland putting a bit of pressure on now on Finland. So this is Daniel Amarty's stats. 2 years left in his contract. Can play. He's right foot. He can play centre back, attacking midfielder. Can play right back. 1.86 meters. Let me just check that now. 1 point. I think that's a B. Would that be guessing? I'm guessing 6'1". I'm right. 6'1". He's 6 foot. He's 6'1". I think it's a no-brainer. Like, at the end of the day, why not? Hail from St. Lawrence's CSC. Really good show for you folks, raising funds for the multiple charities for the cup final 2 or 3 weeks ago. Really good stuff from the guys up in Drogheda, St. Lawrence's Celtic supporters group. Shout out to Robbie, shout out to Peter, shout out to the lads. Really, really decent set of lads, and hopefully we'll come across paths soon again, maybe this season. Hopefully an ambitious transfer window. Hopefully, the goalie we are interested in, watched him last season, the Europa League against Liverpool, was not impressed. I thought he played well in the first leg. I know he let a couple of goals in, but some of the saves he put up were unreal as well. The Sparta Prague keeper, I'm going to pull up his stats now for you. Let's see. Just remove this comment here. Just 2 seconds. Thomas, we'll have to remove this for a little bit. So he's 6'4". So this is the situation. He is signed. It's been an obligation to buy. He's on a multiple year contract going to Sparta Prague from AZ Alkmaar, 3 million fee. So if Celtic, the reports from Mark Hendry of Football Scotland, that Celtic are in locked talks with Sparta Prague for this goalkeeper. Now I'm probably looking at probably double the fee that they bought him for, because yes, Celtic can offer him Champions League football there and then on the baton. He played in the Champions League last season with Sparta Prague. He played Europa League as well. He helped them win the Czech Republic League and the Czech Cup as well. So there's a double in there. Obviously playing for LZ Alkmaar as well. Decent team in the Eredivisie. So, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes with him. He's never been capped for Denmark as well, senior capped. So, people are kind of like, look, we need to get someone like that in. 26 years of age. There's no point of us getting an Alex McCarthy or a Fraser Foster that's in their 30s, folks. Celtic have this ethos of getting keepers in young, trying to develop them. Yes, Joe Hart was a quick fix at the time. He was 34 when he came in the club. And look at Joe Hart's video today. Quite emotional to listen to. You could see how much Celtic means to him. We obviously in the video a couple of weeks back last week of him at the wedding singing "Don't Worry, Be Happy." So I think it's only hitting him now, getting back home from weddings and holidays and, thanking the fans. As he said in the video earlier on, it wasn't just one of his best sporting moments. It's probably one of the best days of his life, the way he got that sending off at Celtic Park from the fans. So, look, he'll go down. I think you can't say a legend because he's been at the club for 3 years. He's a treble winner. He's a double winner. Well, he's a double winner because he won the Scottish League Cup and the title in his fourth season. Then the third season, he won the Scottish Cup and the league title. But look at Joe. I wish him the very best on his retirement. Obviously, he's going to be doing the Euros as pundit as well for ITV. So I think it's ITV, if you just want to correct me. But look, I'm delighted for Joe. I'm delighted for him. And, thanks for the memories. There was times in his Celtic career where I was coursing him, has the off-license ran out of alcohol. I'm on the water tonight. I'm on the water. I'm not drinking. It's not arse drinking. I think the whole I had a couple of drinks on Monday. I had a couple of drinks on Wednesday. I went to the tall boot on Wednesday for a couple of pints with my friend Lindsay. Lovely pint again, isn't the tall boot? I have to say, £4 a pint, well worth it. So yeah, who and when will be our first signing? Hope it will be very soon. As I said, Sheena, we're looking at a goalkeeper, a Danish goalkeeper that signed for Czech side, Sparta Prague. They signed it for 3 million, which was the obligation boy, and we're in lock talks to get him over the line. Like I know he was on loan last season at them and helped them win the double and played, got them into the last 16 of Europe in Europa League standards. This could be the guy. 26 years of age. I think it ticks the boxes. Having that keeper with European experience, playing for big clubs. Sparta Prague is a big club. It's nowhere near the stature of Celtic, but let's give them respect. There they are, a really big club in Czech Republic. So Hazel says there's a lot of players needing to be sold too, along with loan players coming back. Lots to do. Look, I think I've said this already with regards to loan players. One player that I do want to see get a whack in pre-season is Bosun Lahal. I think he's stepped up his game. Obviously, going from centre back into defensive midfielder for Fleetwood. Done really well. He done really well down there. Let's be honest, like Fleetwood was a League One or League Two compared to the Scottish League. There is a bit of a bigger standard there for Scottish League. But Bosun Lahal, hopefully we see more of him. Adam Montgomery, I know he signed another contract extension that will keep him at the club until 26. Adam Montgomery, I don't know what's going to happen with him. Me and you have to go out drinking. Maybe the end of the month. Maybe end of the month. 100%. We'll be looking at these players who are getting released down in the Premier League. Defo, you have to exploit all markets. Like if you're getting a player in a free agent, look, we got Craig Gordon as a free agent. He done wonders, for Celtic. Help us win trebles and stuff. Let's see. Howdy, troops. Hope you're getting on, folks. If you could, I don't want to sound like I'm begging here, but if you could join the membership, it's 99 pence on the YouTube channel. It just means like it's kind of like a tip way I could say, because I don't make money off YouTube. I used to make money off YouTube. The only way I make money off YouTube is if people buy the memberships. So it's demonetized last year. So that's my way of kind of getting any sort of money in. I would love to see us get Jordan James from Birmingham. Loves a strong, good battle. I never even heard of this guy, Jordan James. Let me look him up. Let me look him up now. Thanks very much for the suggestion. Jordan James. 2004. Looks all right. Let me see. Well, she could play for Wales as well. Contracts up next year. Transfer market value 4.5 million. 19 years of age. This is a good suggestion, Sheena. Fair play to you. 47 games he played last season. Nearly 2,700 minutes in the belt. 8 goals in there as well. Not a bad player, especially for a club like Birmingham, where Rooney came in and absolutely squashed it. So that's not bad. That's not bad going. Birmingham City. I'll just pull these stats up for people that are watching. I know a lot of people don't go with the stats and the statistics, but we'll just root this out here. See. Keep messaging me when you're on the drink on Twitter and we'll talk Celtic all night. Jesus. Talk Celtic all night? Talk Celtic any time of the day. And all night. Right, drink or no drink. It's the passion, isn't it? What jerseys do I have on today? This one. I'm not getting the new home one until the end of the month, to payday. So I'm going to have to remove Stephen's comment just for 1 minute, Stephen. So this is the guy that Sheena was suggestion. Shout out to Sheena O'Shea. She said, go for Jordan Anthony James, 19-year-old midfielder that plays for Birmingham. 8 goals he scored just the season gone, 47 appearances. He has 1 year left in his contract with an option of a 1-year extension. Transfer market value 4.5. So is this, Sheena, is this the guy that we get in if we don't get Bernardo in? Or is this the new Matt O'Reilly replacement if Matt goes? Just a question thrown at Sheena. This is his stats as well. 47 games, 42 games in the championship. Look, let's be honest, championship's one of the hardest leagues in the world. It's unpredictable. It really is unpredictable. Finland on the attack. Oh, safe. Who's in goal? Is it Agnes gone? Agnes gone. He's a good goalkeeper as well. One with Celtic get him in. That's a nice goalkeeper jersey, the Scotland one. So yeah. Hell, Vincent. How's it going, Vincent, from Dublin? The good place, the parish, the hometown, up the dubs. Up the dubs. Howdy troops. Said I was gonna throw the YouTube channel, not just folks in the comments. If you haven't joined yet, please subscribe. There's a membership there. 2 seconds now. We will. How do you share this? No, you can't share it. Hold on. My bad. I'll back to the comments in a minute, folks. Hey, internationals. Well, look at we living in Scotland. There's obviously Scotland will play in Euros next week, so it's something to look forward to. This is the YouTube channel. Anyone that's tuning over on Facebook, please just click the link there in the comments. That will navigate you into the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. The channel has been quiet this week, as I said. There was a family bereavement, so when you're in that frame of mind, folks, isn't the least thing I'll be thinking about is making YouTube videos. I know there's been talks of Ida, there's been talks of Bernardo. I want to talk about the Bernardo situation, folks. Reports in Portugal that Celtic are in locked talks with Benfica since Monday about Bernardo. Now, Bernardo's obviously currently over in the States. He visited New York. There's pictures of him in Beverly Hills with his girlfriend. And is it a case where we do get Paulo Bernardo? Reportedly, Benfica they're not budging with this 3.5 million. They want more. Even with the add-ons, they want more. And I don't blame them. At the end of the day, this is a guy that played in the Champions League this season for Celtic. He didn't make a massive impact in the Champions League, but having that experience of playing in the Champions League brings your evaluation up. It's helping us win the Scottish Cup. Played his best football in the Christmas period for Celtic. I think Celtic just need to cough the money up. If it's going to be 5 million, pay the 5 million for Bernardo, because let's be honest here. I've said this hundreds of times. I don't want to sound like the parrot in the cage, but Matt O'Reilly will probably leave, especially with him not getting into the Denmark squad in the Euros. I think his head to be somewhere else. I'm sure he's probably getting spoon fed by his agent that teams are interested in him. There's going to be a lot of teams interested in Matt O'Reilly because he is a quality player. He's a quality player that had really good stats last season. 19 goals, 18 assists. You can't take that away from, Can see it happening. Can't we eat it? Look, if they're wanting more than 7 million, it's a lot to expect, because if we are going to be getting this guy from Bournemouth, which is valued at 8 million, I wouldn't pay 8 million for a guy that has 1 year left in his deal. I know this week there's been talk of Odsonne Edouard, 8 million, 9 million putting on the table. Palace are evaluating them at. I'm sorry, the ship has sailed with Odsonne Edouard. The ship has sailed. I would gladly pay the 7 million in that case then for Adam Ida if they're valuing Edward on 9. I think Ida will get more Celtic, as we're saying, than Edward. Edward, typical stubborn French attitude towards things, not tracking back. No, no. We had his time. He had his time at Celtic, and look at he brought us. He won the treble. He won derbies for us, but definitely not. Sheena says, pay the 6 million for Ida. England and Germany are currently getting beaten. I'm not even checking the other scores. I just have the Scotland game here on the phone, on the bot. Just have it tilted down when I'm looking at the podcast. So, yeah. As I said, folks, do subscribe. I am on 17,517 as we speak. So even if you can get 1 or 2 subs over from the YouTube, anyone that's on X, please jump over. I try to do these podcasts as much as I can. It's not like I want to do it on a daily basis, because it's I don't want people getting bored of listening to the same malarkey of shite. I'm trying to do them as much as I can. The short video is not a problem. Eddie's on 85 to 95 and 90 a week, and be for him taking a massive drop in the wage. But he's not going to be playing at Palace. He featured 21 games last season, and 16 of them were off the bench. Like, yes, he went to Palace. I don't even know how much the fee was again. We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, Stephen. Edward fee. Where's the Palace? Let's see. 20 million. 20 million stated that to be the value. Now, when was that? Let me have a look again. Just interested to know. What's his transfer value? Just interested to know this about Hudson Edward. Let me have a look at his profile. 17 million. It cost us. Now, we sold him for 16.3 million before add-ons. That's a really decent fee for Hudson Edward. Yeah, 16.3, and with the add-ons went up to 20 million. Celtic will have to pay up to 8 million for Ida. You won't pay 8 million. Rumors about Chris Menton as the Celtic. Yeah, there's the rumors. Rumors look pretty decent. A decent source in there, Hazel. There you go. Steve McGowan, really good at reporting stuff when it comes to Celtic. 90% of the stuff that he puts up is pretty decent, accurate information. I don't know about 8 million. I think 8 million is a lot for him. I'd probably pay 6 million, because, as I said, he only played 11 games last season for Bournemouth. Yes, he's played over 121 games in his Bournemouth career. 1 year left in his deal. Played over 40 times for Wales. Yeah, it's a lot to splash out in a player. Let's say here, 6 million. At one point he was 13 million. 13 million he was valued at. Obviously the Cherries, he helped the Cherries stay up in the Premier League a couple of years back. Ryan Christie's teammate as well. So, as I said, you never know. You never know what could happen. 6 people tune in. 6 people gave me a couple of likes. Robbie Daly, Hubert, Neil Smith, Marty Fraser, Chris, and Joe. Thank you very much, Joe. Sound. Absolutely sound. I have to say, this is a beauty. I was in Argyle Street yesterday, and it was the night time, walking past the Celtic shop, and obviously looked at the jersey. Nice, looks really nice. Will I be a long sleeve person? Would I go with the no sponsor and short sleeve? It's a tough one. I'm not going to just buy it regularly like that. Not a chance. I either go long sleeve or I go without the sponsor. So let me know in the comments, are you going to buy this jersey? Have you actually pre-ordered it? Are you waiting for it to arrive tomorrow or the following day? Are you going to buy this top, the goalkeeper one? Not the greatest. Tierney's playing well and Rob was playing well. for Scotland. Jamesy Forrest is on the bench for Scotland. So is Greg Taylor. Congratulations to Greg Taylor as well on the marriage last week. Congratulations to him, the newlyweds, eh? Weds, not newlyweds, not weds. Look at Tierney trying to get stuck in. So yeah, let's see what the comments say. Get the likes in, people are watching. It's not even about the likes, it's getting the subs in. The subs are the most important. Like, appreciate the likes, appreciate the love hearts, appreciate people tuning in. There's 62 people tuning in, folks. 40 people tuning in from X. So anyone that's over on X, please do pop over to the YouTube channel and just click it. Just click it. You know, don't be a ghost over there, not saying, get a comment in. Click onto me X or Twitter channel and actually our page and just follow me. I'm not the most active on Twitter. The only time I really did me on Twitter is when I'm putting up these videos or sharing a video. So I'll start working more on Twitter. You know, Twitter is going to be the way to go in the next couple of years, it seems. You know, all the getting your point across, because certain things are censored over on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, I like it without the sponsor. It's really good, growing on me. I think it's a lovely, lovely top, to be honest. Really good design on it. According there is long sleeve. I think the daft about ruins it in long sleeve. Really does. So we need someone young, fresh that can prove their game. Paying extraordinary money for all the players seems pointless. See, the problem is, Victoria, if you get these players in that are a bit older, they bring the experience, and we're going to be lacking that experience in the defense and goalkeeper department. Yes, we have Carter Vickers, we have AJ in there, but we need experience between the sticks, and the likes of that guy for 6 million, you know, Peter Vindal. I think it'd be a no-brainer getting Peter Vindal in. What's the story with these iron blue scarves? I know iron blue, obviously Scotland's national drink, but what's the crack with the iron blue scarves? 60% Scotland, 40% Finland at half time. One corner, four attempts altogether, one attempt for Scotland on target, 2 for Finland. The Finnish are a decent team. They always have been a decent team. So, how's it going, Edward? Hope you're doing well, Andrew. If you could even pop over to the YouTube channel. Don't want to sound like a melt, but do subscribe. Same with Victoria as well. Please jump over to the YouTube channel. Press the sub. That's where most of the content go up. Want to give a massive shout out to Holly as well. Holly is my admin on my Facebook page. Come on, the Hoop Celtic, and she does a phenomenal job. So when I'm AWOL, Holly's there to pick the pieces up. She's there putting up the pictures of retro players or good moments. So a massive shout out to Holly Differ. Well done. I'll share it on my Twitter right now. Thank you very much. I've already subscribed. Brilliant stuff, Andrew. Really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Celtic already have an option, 5 or 6 million, but the most either. Yeah, look at obviously the whole situation. The whole situation with Ida is obviously the last manager got the boot after he got smashed by Leeds. Was it David Wagner? Was it David Wagner? Yeah, David Wagner. I think Leeds beat them 4-5-0 in the promotion semi-final. Am I staying in Glasgow now? Yeah, I'm not staying in Glasgow for the weekend. I'm away to Dublin for 10 days tonight. Manual leave is kicking in next week. Busy times. I'm going to see Bohemians girls play tomorrow in Dalymount with me 2 little girls. This is going to be our first ever football match out together. Me and the 2 girls. Wish it was Celtic Park, but you know I'm looking forward to something different. My oldest one got the tickets in Skilled, so she's buzzing to go and see women's football. So I'm delighted. Something different. Good luck to the Bohemians girls team. I don't even know what they're playing. I'm gonna look now. I think it's Bows girls team. Not a League of Ireland fan, to be honest with you, folks. But let's see. Who are you playing? Fixtures. Doesn't even bleed say the fixtures. Oh, Jesus Christ. Typical. Let's see tickets. Might pop up now. Who are you playing? That's the men's. Oh, is it Shamrock Rovers tomorrow? They're playing Shamrock Rovers. Playing Shamrock Rovers in Dublin Derby. That'd be decent. It'd be something to look forward to, you know. Yeah, it's a background picture. It's Dublin. Stephen. It's the River Liffey. It's around Crimbo time. Oh no, not Crimbo time, New Year's time. So we can put Celtic Park up. Is that better for you, is it? Do you want to go over that one? Will we go over this one? It's not Christmas, but or we go over this one, the River Clyde. Or we can go Edinburgh. Go over Edinburgh if you want. The boys when we won the league at Tynecastle 2 seasons ago. Or we can go over this one. No, I don't want to go over this one because that crest is in the background. We can go over this. We can't really because Celtic Park. I'm covering Celtic Park, so it's not worth going for. Not fair. We'll go with the Clydes. Love the Clydes. Love that picture. So yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It's a good one. Lovely day, eh? Yeah, it's a green screen. Could take the green screen off, just a wardrobe in the background, a couple of doors. You don't want to be saying that now, do you? Definitely not. Puginny scored. That guy Hanley, he is brutal. I don't know how people rate Hanley. He's no pace. Like honestly, he's no pace. Yes, he's all right in the air, but like, no, I thought the other Stephen was asking the background. Let me know when you're back in Glasgow. I'll be back in Glasgow on Father's Day. That's when I'm back in Glasgow. Father's Day. So see what happens. Right. Have you got any new subscribers since I've been on? I'll be disappointed. I'll be a bit upset now, folks. There'll be tears on the plane tonight if there's no new subscribers being thrown in the mix. We've got 2 new subscribers. Happy bleeding days. Thank you very much. If we can get another 1 or 2 before the curtains close on the podcast, it will be appreciated, folks. As I said, I'm trying to build the channel up, and the only way I build the channel up is having new people subscribing to the channel and watching the videos every day. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame about Matt O'Reilly not being picked for the Denmark team. It really is. Like obviously Thomas Gravesen wasn't too happy about it. Who else? A lot of people from Denmark weren't happy with Matt O'Reilly not being called up. I have a friend from Aalborg, Janker, big Celtic fan. He was really upset about it because he's obviously a big Matt O'Reilly fan. And okay, I think it drops the 5 million valuation down on Matt O'Reilly not being in the Euros. Like I'm expecting Matt to go to Euros and flourish in the Euros, but it wasn't meant to be. I watched the Denmark and Sweden game the other night in Copenhagen, and decent game to watch. The Swedes played pretty decent away from home. I just don't like Hummel. I know Hummel is like Denmark obviously won the Euros, Euro 92 with Hummel. I don't know. Kevin, how are you getting on? How are you, Keith? Keith is good. Not a bother. Just keeping a lip on the good old on the water tonight. Late flight, 12 o'clock flight. Yeah, he hasn't been playing well. To be honest with you, he hasn't been really much service to Shanklin. It's more so McGinn and the wingers trying to break down the Finnish defence. At the start, he wasn't the greatest. But look, a lot of pressure on Shanklin, a lot of pressure on Shea Adams for Scotland in this Euros. I think it's the top 5 groups. Whoever finishes third place will get into the last 16 of the Euros. Obviously, Ireland are not there, so closest people I'd be cheering in Scotland. Only because the Celtic contingent in the squad. But yeah, I know a lot of Celtic fans that are watching this don't cheer Scotland because of the history there of them not picking the whole Lisbon Lion squad, just leaving out players over the years. Some cracking players that, like even Paul McStay. Paul McStay didn't get many games for them Scotland. Some of the Lisbon Lions, like some of them players should have been playing loads for them. Is Che Adams on a free this summer? I shall check now. I don't think he'd be the answer for Celtic, to be honest with you. I'd rather either. I know, obviously, he's a part of the promotion for Southampton that won the playoffs. Let me see. Che Adams set for Wolves after Southampton exit. There you go. Wolves are interested in him. Yeah, his contract is up. His contract is up in 3 weeks' time. His market value is 15 million. How is it 15 million? Hold on a minute. Do you know what? I'll probably be worth saying this. He actually scored 17 goals in 46 appearances in the Championship, the FA Cup, and the EFL Cup. That's actually that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 17 goals and 46 appearances. Let me check his full statistics in regards to how many goals he actually scored for Southampton all seasons, right? Let's have a look. This transfer market, folks, it is a great website. Great website. I know he's gonna hear that mouse. It's annoying. Let's go for club. Statistics by club. Oh Jesus. So he's played 191 games for Southampton since 2019, and he has scored 48 goals for Southampton. So here's the question to the Celtic fans that are watching tonight on this podcast: should Celtic go in for Che Adams or just let him go to Wolves? Let me know in the comments. His transfer market value 15 million. There's no way Celtic are going to pay 15 million for Che Adams. Well, Alton Edward is in the same division now, and he's reportedly 8 million. While we have a guy in the English Championship who has come back off loan from Celtic after being at the club for nearly 6 months, who he could be gone for 7 million. It's a messed up market, and this is what we're going against. People want a European stature player. You won't get a European stature player for 7 million, folks. It's very hard. Good question, Stephen. What do you think about the Paul and Celtic managers? I thought Lenny was treated unfairly, considering he took us to 2 last 16s. When was this poll done? Who done the poll? I ask. I know Lenny came out and said today he was asked by BBC he'd never rule out an opportunity to come back and work at some aspect at Celtic in the near future. Obviously, he's at Rapid Bucharest now. I wish Lenny the best over in Romania. I think the whole Neil Lennon season with COVID, it really hurts talking about it, because Lenny, obviously, he won 10 leagues as a player and a manager. He helped us win the leagues in some really good style as well. Yes, he got us to the last 16 in the Champions League in 12-13 season. We got to Europa League knockout round as well. But I think Lenny, he lost the dressing room just on the Celtic one, and the poll that comes up. I'll have to have a look at it, Stephen. To be honest with you, my head has been blundered all week with the passing of my aunt, so I haven't been bothered looking at me. I could have been put stuff up on Instagram and the socials, just haven't been bothered. But one thing I do want to talk about is the new makeup of Celtic. They're putting up new banners around the stadium, updating them honours, updating them 118 trophies. Good to see. But the whole Neil Lennon thing, I don't think he was treated unfairly, but it came to the point where it was getting embarrassing. It really was getting embarrassing. Seeing them run away with the league. And there was like at one point, I think when he was sacked, it was 18 points at that time. Now it could correct me wrong, or it could have been 16 points. But like, come on. You let a manager, like, I know he won the treble this the season before. He had a decent run in the Europa League as well. Smashed that group stage the season before, but just embarrassing. That whole season, players were coming in the door, and obviously they were isolated from their family, living in hotel rooms on their own. That would have played a lot of part in the mental health. Um, the changing rooms were split as well because of the pandemic. It was a difficult place for all Celtic fans to watch. Like, I remember watching the Europa League games, sitting with my mum and dad's drinking Guinness. Difficult to take was getting smashed by Sparta Prague, by AC Milan. Um, who else was in a group? But it was difficult. It really was difficult. And not so until 30 for Celtic, mate. Not just the poll. I'll look at the poll anyway. We'll have a look. I will have a look at the poll. Celtic need to go to get the striker from the Dons, but I haven't mentioned him actually on the channel tonight. Surprisingly enough, you're the first player first guy to mention it, or lady to mention it as well. There's obviously female people tuning in tonight as well. Bojan Morosky, good comeback to goals. Good physical player. Some Celtic fans don't like the way he done this to the fans and stuff like that. Yeah, Lenny will always be a legend. As I said, people will look at that season and cast down on Neil Lennon as a disaster, as this and that. As I said, it will come to the point. It got to this at the point of that season where after Livingston in the snow, he had to walk. He had to walk. And it's not nice to see anyone leave the job or to part ways. Especially when they have pride for the club and the fans, all the lives, and being a part of our folklore of winning trebles of players, trebles of manager. Bringing some really good moments. Probably bringing one of the most iconic results in our history against Barcelona. Like, people forget about them moments. People only think about what Neil Lennon failed on instead of actually accomplished, and he accomplished superior and well more than he failed on. He had one bad season compared to the rest of the other 14 seasons he had a player as the manager. Let's put it there. He's trophy room. I'm sure his medals will make enough up for it. Yeah, we all say this 10 in a row malarkey. It's in the past, folks. It's in the past. It's no point crying over spilled milk. It's in the past. And since then, what have we done? We've moved up, and up. Yeah, some people might question the whole Brendan Rodgers moving down a bit because we didn't win a treble. But it was a development season, folks. It was never going to be easy with Brendan coming back in after Ange bringing us that treble, and that will never stop factor. And I've said it so many times on the channel. I don't want to repeat myself like a parrot every time, but Brendan wasn't the first choice for most Celtic fans. He was my first choice back this time last year because I knew Brendan Rodgers could come in, steer the ship. Wasn't going to be easy taking the X back. Wasn't always going to be easy sailing the ship to the family, was it? After the way it broke up, let's be honest. And he came back in, and he's won the league. We're in the Champions League. We won the Scottish Cup. They didn't beat us this season. So that's enough. That's enough to say. Look, he talked about it on the pitch about the fans stuck by us. They pushed us that extra level, and that's what you need. Like, in January, I was saying to myself on this channel, you can go back up my records. I'm like, oh, there's that 10% of me believes that we can't do it, and I was questioning Brendan Rodgers as a manager at one point because I was like, what's going on here? Why does he not have a plan B? And like, I was criticizing him as well. You know, like I was sitting there, like most of you, saying, he probably needs to get the F. But I'm delighted things turned out the right way. And, you know, it sounds very finicky being a football fan, because when you're winning, you're like, they're your best mate. And when they're losing, they're your worst enemy. But that's the joys of football. That's the joys of you have to have these bumps in the road to get stronger. And look at the football and the mentality and the passion from the manager over that 6 or 7 weeks leading into the title climax. It was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, we did. Went on and won all our games. Drew 2 games, is it 2 games? But yeah, really good times. And you know, this is a season that will go down as, you know, one of the best title wins, because of them thinking they won it in January. You got that granny coming out, and you know, we'll put her on just for laugh at her. Let's put this.
Yeah! Can you see it? Yeah!
Nah, I can't see you now, because at the end of the day, you thought you had the League One in January.
Yeah.
We got any champions, Mike?
Champions again, ole, ole. One more time. Champions again, ole, ole. Champions again, ole, ole. Champions again. Champions again. Champions again, ole, ole.
What's the story with the security guards? What's the story with him? Like, why is he getting so cranky? Because Celtic have won the league. What's with the sad face? Let's look at this video again. Just look at the security guard, folks.
Champions again, champions again, champions again, ole, ole. One more time. Champions again, ole, ole. Champions again, ole, ole. Champions again, champions again, champions again, ole, ole.
Calm down, Kevin Costner, the bodyguard, trying to intervene when Carter Vickers is up on the sea. Calm down. Well, yeah, that was a good one. I know all these videos are played already. I know these are all videos that are saved on the StreamYard. But yeah, look, we'll go back over this Joe Hart one, because obviously he's done a video today.
You know, football's been giving me so much, and something that I've loved and still love doing. And still love doing. But I think with the time frame of the contract up here, having previously from the ages of 31 to 34 football, I didn't feel like I quite fitted in. You know, I still felt like the same goalkeeper, but that's not me feeling sorry for myself. That's how this world works. That's how this beautiful business works. And I didn't really have a place. And now I found a place. I've had 3 years, 2.75, 2 3/4 of pure joy in being able to express myself and play with the personality that I love to play with on the field, interacting with an amazing football club who have really embraced me. And I thought, you know what? Why look for more? What more is there out there for me? I'm healthy, I'm fit, I'm happy. If I were to go longer, I'd probably be searching. And I searched previously and I found what I wanted, so I wanted to take the opportunity.
It's that moment.
Look, Fraser's got nothing but love for this place. He has done. You know, I'm close with him on and off the field. Supported him whilst he was here, and you know, I saw what it did for him and what it did for his career and what it did for him as a person. He obviously played very well here. That's great. That's all well and good. But he also really enjoyed his life. He really enjoyed his relationship with you guys, and you know, you guys are proud of him. He's super proud of you, and it's something that if I can get even a smidgen of what he did, then it'd be a great couple of years for me. No conversations to be had. I was either coming to do something properly, whatever that may be, or I wasn't. And it turned out that I was, and I have, and this is what I've done, and this is how I wanted to do it, and I've loved it. Loved being here, loved being part of this. I was promised that this is the kind of club, like literally everyone who knows me said, look, even if obviously you can't go in chucking 2 in every week, people will turn on you, but when they see how you are and what you are and how you represent things, they'll buy into it, and people, that's why, whether I do well or not, I feel like people kind of get who and what I am, and that's more important to me than anything.
Yeah. Right, folks, I have uploaded the 2 clips of Joe Hart over the last 7 days singing "Don't Worry, Be Happy," and the clip he done today. So let's have a look at the comments before I go on to this. It's starting to get dark in this room. Joe Hart is only 37. Craig Gordon's 41 now. I think Joe Hart was. I think because he wanted to move on. He's done his crossroads. He wants to spend time with his wife and his family, and be a father and take another step in his career. They're doing something different. And look at, we always show the very best. I'm going to play these 2 videos. They hit home. They do, to be honest.
Next. Let's go. Are you ready? Ready? Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a little song I wrote about a team that are falling down every road. So don't worry. Be happy. Famous team, green and white, that I've been following all my life, so don't worry. Be happy. 1, 2,
I'm going to play it again because it's such a good video.
Next. Let's go. Are you ready? Ready? Woo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a little song I wrote about a team that are falling down every road, so don't worry. Be happy. Famous team, green and white, that I've been following all my life, so don't worry. Be happy. 1,
Right, this one is from Joe Hart's Instagram today. I don't know if you've seen the post he talked about him thanking the fans, and this is an emotional one, you know.
This is a message for all of the beautiful Celtic Football Club family. I look forward to seeing you all over the next couple of years, but for now, this is going to have to do. Firstly, from the bottom of my heart and my family's heart, I want to thank you for how you've treated us since we've been up in Glasgow. I want to thank the playing staff, the players, everybody at Lennox Town, and of course, all you beautiful people at Celtic Park. The last 3 seasons have been full of ups and downs, but most importantly, they've been full of trophies. You gave me a chance and a home when that's all I ever asked for, and for that, I'm grateful. But for the relationship to develop how it did, I literally don't have the words to say how thankful I am for that. The send-off that you gave me at Celtic Park a few weeks ago on Trophy Day was not only one of the greatest days of my sporting life, but one of the greatest days of my life. You really do truly have a special football club, and one that I will support forever and ever. Thank you. Love and best wishes. Your Big Joe.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Up with a Joe. That's it. 2-0, is it? I'm not even watching it, to be honest with you. I've turned it off. I've been busy with other stuff, doing the Joe Hart videos and all. Says everything about Joe. You know, thinks more about Celtic than City. I don't know. Like, you go back to that moment when Aguero scored that goal and City won the league back in 2011. That was, probably up there with probably his best highlights of his career. But obviously, the way he was treasured and loved by the Celtic fans, adored by the Celtic fans, says a lot. Says a lot of volumes with the club. And obviously, he's played for the likes of Spurs, Burnley, Man City, Birmingham, and he never got that love off them clubs the way he did with Celtic. And look, we've all been attached to Arthur, we've all been attached to Fraser. Some people have been attached to even Craig Gordon because Gordon's a decent keeper. It's hard, like when you get players that get the club like the way Joe did, it's hard to replace. As you said, it was the leadership that he brought from the dressing room to on that pitch to training with the guys, the way he spoke about the guys, the way he conducted himself with the media. It's going to be hard to replace that, And I thought last summer he would have got the boot. I thought Brendan would have made changes and got a new keeper in, but he stuck by him. And leaves the club with, I think, 7 honours. Yeah, 7 honours leaves the club with. Unbelievable. Saved us last season a lot, big time, especially in the Aberdeen games. I know, it's just attachment to these players. It's so hard not to get attached. Like I got attached to Jota, the day when Kyogo goes, so we'll probably be a bit sad as well, but we're lucky to have these players as well that come through, the likes of Jamesy and Callum, that are one-man clubs, one-man players. That you look at Jamesy now, 24 honours in his Celtic career, like just as a professional footballer to have 24 honours is remarkable. He went ahead of Billy McNeil. Unbelievable stuff. Absolutely unbelievable. And very hard to see players get them type of honours in football these days. So James Forrest needs appreciation as well. Jamesy will go down as a legend, big time. And we have a good captain there. We have Callum there, and he's done well at taking the reins off from Scott Brown 3 seasons ago. And Callum's made his own stamp himself. That there was points in the first half of the season where Callum McGregor wasn't at the levels of being a captain. A couple of goals against St. Johnstone there and then, but this didn't look like the Callum McGregor of when he was on the hand. Didn't look like the Callum McGregor, But you know what? He took the boys in the battle, and into that final battle, he done well. And I mean the final battle, I mean that last chunk of the season. So really good stuff. I don't, folks. I'm not buying into this whole Jota rumors. By the way, that's why I haven't done a video on it. I could do a video on it, but I'm not gonna kid you with waffle and complete absolute nonsense. Jota is going to be transfer listed for a good few clubs to be linked to him, and obviously it hasn't worked out with El Etihad. The year he's been over there, less than a year. It'll be a year coming up now in the next 3 or 4 weeks, and yeah. Good to see. Well, folks, I'm going to jump off. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, everyone over on X, everyone over on Facebook, and most of all, to my regular subscribers on YouTube. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I know that sounds a bit cringy, sounds a bit cheesy, but you keep me going. When I'm doing these podcasts, you tune in for the hour and a bit. Once I have a development on Vindal, the Danish keeper, or Chris Meppen, I'll be back on it like a car bonnet. If it's a development on Paulo, Bernardo, or Adam Ida, I'll have my laptop with me for the next 10 days. And as I said, if we can get people to join the membership or subscribe free of charge, would be absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to all the Stevens. Shout out to Gaddafi Semtex. Shout out to Victoria over on Facebook. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Robert Hunter. Shout out to Hazel. Shout out to all yous. Shout out to Sheena McShay as well. Really good audience tonight. Thank you very much. And hail, God bless, and have a really good weekend.